could tell they were just this type of person. I said, look, let's get your plan with your mover manager, let you go on a cruise, and when you come back, you're going to move into your new home and everything's going to be
Hmm.
done for you. And we set the home up. We took pictures of their bedroom sets, and we
How
set the new
nice.
home up exactly how they wanted it. They got to plan it out. And a great senior mover manager, they have these programs that literally will have the layout. They design your furniture that you're planning to keep or you're planning to buy, and they set everything up. So, I mean, they literally got to set up the whole home virtually, and they got to look at it and go, yeah, that's exactly how I want it. So I think that's the best way to do it. And when you're doing it this way, it makes it less stressful.
Welcome to the Answers for Elders radio show.
And welcome everyone to Answers for Elders Radio Network, heard across the USA and on your favorite podcast platform. We are here back again with Cory Boldroff, and we are talking all things senior real estate, working with seniors, how your needs as a senior are unique. And certainly there's a lot of things that and factors into consideration because your house is obviously a very important asset in your aging years. And Cory, I know you and I have spent in our last three segments a while ago talking about, just getting your house ready for sale. Obviously, there's all factors to that. But what I would love to do now is let's talk about the moving process itself. How do you, it's overwhelming. For somebody that's me, 70 years old, just moved. It was probably one of the most stressful things on top of a divorce this last year, having to do those two things.
Moving is one of the most stressful things that people fear, but it's amplified by like infinity when you've been in a place for decades and you've collected a lot of different things. Even if you
Mhm.
don't have too much stuff, it's just the how am I going to pack things up? How am I going to move those boxes once they are packed up? When you're thinking about selling or when you are selling, making sure your agent has the team.
Mhm.
And a lot of people don't know, but there are things called a senior mover manager, and their
Yep.
job is to help facilitate the packing and the moving, the cluttering, the organizing, help with actual moving company, make sure that we pack things correctly and make it accessible and then get it unpacked and get it set up so that you can truly, like I always say, like you deserve to be the king and the queen of this next phase of life. So
Yeah.
let's start with the move, and that all you got to do is point, sit there on your favorite chair, or go leave on vacation and have it all taken care of so that when you come back, you're just moving right in and not missing a step.
And
So
you don't ever have to do that. Yeah.
yeah, and I think it should go one of two, both one of those ways, like where you're just pointing and you get to tell people exactly what to do, and they're just there to listen to you. Or again, I mean, one of my families loved it because we said they were, you could tell they were just this type of person. I said, look, let's get your plan with your mover manager, let you go on a cruise, and when you come back, you're going to move into your new home and everything's going to be
Hmm.
done for you. And we set the home up. We took pictures of their bedroom sets, and we
How
set the new
nice.
home up exactly how they wanted it. They got to plan it out, and a great senior mover manager, they have these programs that literally will have the layout. They design your furniture that you're planning to keep or you're planning to buy, and they set everything up. So I mean, they literally got to set up the whole home virtually, and they got to look at it and go, yeah, that's exactly how I want it. So I think that's the best way to do it. And when you're doing it this way, it makes it less stressful. I mean, nothing's stress
Right.
free. Um, and we just have to know that like
Hmm.
nothing's stress free. I mean,
Yeah.
again, you've been in your home. This is a home that you've maybe raised your kids in,
Hmm.
or that your spouse, who's passed away, like maybe they built some part of the home, or they all
Sure.
were in the sewing room, or whatever it may be. Like, so
Hmm.
that's going to come about. It's going to be emotional. It's going to bring up anxiety. And I think,
Yeah.
again, that's why you want a team that really specializes in it. Like I'm helping a family right now, and the wife got upset, came back, and she was like, were you here the whole time in the open house? So I was like, no, I was here for 8 of the 10 hours, but the last 2 hours someone came in, and my teammate came in for the last 2 hours. Well, the CPAP machine had been moved in the closet. There was a window that was left open, and what was it? So something else. And she's like, someone's trying to sabotage our sale of our home. And I'm like, I don't think someone. Oh yeah, the blinds. The blinds were not put all the way back up. And I said, I don't think anyone's trying to sabotage your home. I don't know why someone would have moved the CPAP machine. That's a weird one. But the window, maybe someone was opening and closing it and just left it open. The blinds, people, make sure blinds work. And you could tell she was just very anxious. The husband was like, honey, we're moving. It doesn't matter. Like, none of that stuff matters. And I was like, and I want you to know, no one can sabotage this. We already have great offers. Like, we have offers above what you
Hmm.
guys said you were going to take. Um, but I think that's where you just have to be patient and just know that there's a lot more emotions for her that are going on.
Hmm.
She really cared that the window was left open. Not realistically. I mean, no one could fit through the bathroom window anyway, so it wasn't safety that she was worried about. Um, but I think you want to have the team that
Hmm.
really just has the patience
Sure.
and same thing. Like I think having an agent that has one mover manager, I don't think is the ideal agent because one senior mover manager might have a personality that you don't like. And this is going to be an important phase of your life. You should like and know that you're going to get intimate with everyone involved. So, especially with like your mover manager, they're going to help you set up your new home. You want to make sure they listen to you.
Hmm.
You want to make
Hmm.
sure they connect with you, and you want to make sure the agent does it well. So, I think that's what it comes down to. And again, don't think that it's something
Hmm.
like we've moved people in 3 days. So don't get me wrong. It can happen that quickly,
Yeah.
but it could be strategic and methodically, and we could just do decluttering in one room and then decluttering another.
Hmm.
It could be a 6, 8, 10, 24-month process.
Right. And here's the thing that I always say if you're moving to senior living. Um, Number one, move before you have to do the downsizing of your home because this is crazy to be in the middle of clutter and you haven't moved. The other thing you can certainly do is when you select a community, you can negotiate to live in the guest unit for a few days while your family or people are getting your new place set up. So you don't have to live in the middle of boxes. And I think that's one of the things people don't realize that most almost all senior living organizations have guest units or model units that they can rent out or they can be utilized that way. And I think that's one of the things that can be available.
Yeah, 100% that. It's called respite care, so you can stay
Hmm.
there. Also, what we did is we actually went up that and just said, hey, we will pay for you to move into your new community, into your new unit, so that way we can sell the home later.
Yeah.
So you have up to 24 months to move into your community, make sure you liked it,
Hmm.
move all the stuff that you want out of it. Then we can methodically go through your stuff inside the home, repairs any repairs we need, get the house prepared for the market, sell it, and then we'll just make our money back when we sell the home. So there are solutions again and
Hmm.
resources out there for you. Again, a good site you can go to NASM, National Association of Senior Mover Managers, estate sale professionals as well. I would say again, I just give caution with estate sales because statistically, most of them cost 3 to 5 to $7,000 to put on to run. That's what they cost, and most people get $5 to $10,000 worth of
Profit.
monetary value
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
revenue out of it. So you're basically paying for someone else to do your estate sale, and it's like again, sometimes it's just better to pick up the items that really have value, sell those, and then just donate the rest of it.
Donate. Yeah. And
Um,
and there's a lot of organizations too that will actually come and get your stuff.
yeah,
And they will deal with whatever they will sort through it. They will take certain things, and then you don't have to mess with it in the house.
and I think there's also estate sale companies that will come and they'll say, okay, if you let me take everything, I'll give
Hmm.
you this price. And they just clear it all out of your house, get the house a broom clean, and they just take everything. So
Hmm.
again, maybe a thing to do is the items that you want to give to your kids offer to your neighbors, donate to churches, or that you think have real monetary value, just take those items out.
Right.
Let the company come in, give you a price to take everything, take it all away, and even if you get $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, it's probably more than you were going to get if you get it piece by piece.
Right.
Especially if you start accounting in how many days it took, the time it took, the effort, the stresses, and then by the end of it, whatever's left over, you got to get rid of it anyway. So
Sure.
then you're paying someone to go get rid of it. And if it's a hoarder's home, for the most part, like if you think there's some hidden gems, then you can use like a company, like we have a partnership with Matt Paxton from the show Hoarders called Clutter Cleaner. They'll go through and they'll methodically go through every single box to see if there's any hidden gems in there. But shy of like you thinking that there might be some buried treasure, just pay some guys to come and clean it out,
Right.
like almost like a junk removal
Right.
company.
Right. So in other words, don't stress yourself.
Yes.
Find resources to absolutely help you with the hard stuff. And I think that's really, really important. And don't apologize for it.
Yeah. And I think most of the companies all have some type of resource that you can pay after the house is sold. So,
that's awesome.
That's where I think also people have a lot of equity inside their home. They're cash poor but equity rich. Just know these companies, they exist, and they know this most of the time. Most of the time they'll break out some kind of agreement. As long as usually there's an agent that they trust on the file, they know that there'll be a way there's a listing agreement. We're going to sell our home. We got to clean it out first, clean it out, and then do it. So yeah.
Right.
And just no, that's what we specialize in. So again, if you're anywhere around the country, you're facing a move or you're facing the transitions, give us a call. Whether you're thinking about in the next 2 to 3 years, 5 years from now, let's start planning for it now. And that way, literally, you can have a plan in place and just relax.
Yes. And Cory, what's the phone number people can call?
So you can call me on my personal cell phone number, 805-206-4192. I am a real person. AI will not answer your phone call. If I don't pick up, I'll usually call you back within the hour, but definitely within 24 hours.
And certainly anyone that, no matter where you live in the USA, Cory is nationally connected. He has a network of people that work with him. They are absolutely competent to help you. And we're looking forward, obviously, to having just the move go easier for seniors moving forward. And in our next segment, we're going to talk about investment properties, how to sell them and how to keep more of what they've built. And we'll be right back right after this. Did you know that you can discover hundreds of podcasts in our library on senior care? So visit our website and discover our decision guides that will help you also navigate decision making. Find us at answersforelders.com.